What up, though, viewer mares? It's your boy, Deathmare. Welcome to Wrestling with Deathmare. Today we're going to be checking out a big article. Judge delaying ruling on whether to dismiss Trump's hush money conviction. Hey, look, I have not read this article yet. This is news to me. But I will say, if you ask me, if he's already been convicted and now he's no longer convicted, what's the big issue? As far as I'm concerned, you got a bunch of dang people in politics who are unconvicted. I say worry about them. But you let me know in the comments down below what's going on. So, this article, you know what time it is. It's time to wrestle it. Ding, ding. Judge delays ruling on whether to dismiss Trump's hush money conviction. Try saying that 3 times fast. Or just once, really slowly. Alright, the brief. A judge delayed a ruling Tuesday on whether to dismiss President-elect Donald Trump's criminal conviction. Trump was convicted of 34 counts of falsifying business records, marking him as the first former U.S. president convicted of felonies. Trump's legal team requested the judge to dismiss the case, citing a Supreme Court ruling on presidential immunity. A judge delaying ruling Tuesday on whether to dismiss President-elect Donald Trump's criminal conviction in his hush money case because of a U.S. Supreme Court ruling on presidential immunity. Judge Juan M. Merchan told Trump's lawyers he's delaying the ruling until November 19th. According to emails filed in court, Trump lawyer Emil Bove asked for a delay over the weekend, arguing that putting the case on hold and then ending it altogether is necessary to avoid unconstitutional impediments to President Trump's ability to govern. That seems fair. Prosecutors agreed to the delay. Trump won back the White House a week ago, but the legal question concerns his status as a past president, not an impending one. Okay, so the case is based around being a past president, not an impending one. It still kind of seems bogus to me. Kind of like when you're in the workplace, right? If you go and tell your supervisor something important, you get in trouble for it. But if you do not go and tell your supervisor something, you still get in trouble for it. So that's the feeling I'm getting right now. But let's keep wrestling it. Okay. Trump lawyers push to overturn hush money conviction after Supreme Court ruling. Trump convicted in hush money trial. Trump, 78, was found guilty on May 30th, 2024 of 34 counts of falsifying business records after more than 9 hours of deliberations, making him the first former American president to be convicted of felony crimes. Who's writing these articles? Why is it the same thing over and over again? Oh well. Sentencing had been scheduled for November 26th. The judge delayed it, from September 18th after the Republican nominee asked that it be delayed until after the election. Trump asked the judge to overturn his conviction and dismiss the case because of the U.S. Supreme Court's July presidential immunity ruling. Trump's lawyers cited the ruling to argue that the hush money jury got some evidence it shouldn't have, such as Trump's presidential financial disclosure form and testimony from some White House aides. Okay. Well, I mean, look, that is kind of messed up. Wrong or right, two wrongs don't make a right. So, hey. Supreme Court gives Trump some immunity. In a historic 6-3 ruling back in July, the Supreme Court said for the first time that former presidents have absolute immunity from prosecution for their official acts and no immunity for unofficial acts. However, the justices ordered lower courts to figure out precisely how to apply the decision specifically to Trump. The justices' decision stemmed from the Washington criminal case against Trump on charges he plotted to overturn his 2020 presidential election loss. Is it proven that he plotted to do anything? Because I don't see the word conspiracy here. I don't know. It's honestly, like, I'm not really getting a whole lot of information out of this article. It does reek of absolute conspiracy and bogusness. But, hey, always keep an open mind. You never know what you might learn. Trump was charged in August 2023 by special counsel Jack Smith with conspiring to overturn the results of his election loss to President Joe Biden in the run up to the January 6, 2021 riot at the U.S. Capitol. Prosecutors alleged Trump and his allies knowingly pushed election fraud lies to pressure state officials to overturn Biden's win, worked to enlist slates of fake electors in battleground states, and pressured his vice president Mike Pence to disrupt the ceremonial counting of electoral votes. Okay, so I do apologize. Now I see the word conspiracy. Right there it says conspiring. So it's the same thing. My only issue with this article right now is I was alive back in 2021 and in 2023, and I don't remember there ever being any, quote, riots on January 6th. There's video footage out there of people doing things, and quite honestly, number one, it's a public building. They're allowed to walk on it. Whatever. Get over it. And they're also allowed inside of it. Two, there's also video footage of, let's just say, perhaps allegedly actors scheming stuff. There's a lot more to it, and remember, guys, this video is for entertainment purposes only. I do not at all mean anything I am saying right now. This is all just allegedly. I am just reading an article. I'm not only just reading an article, but I'm also just reading an article that is terrible at typing run-on sentences. Okay, let's try to get through this. You came here for information. I don't have official information, but I am just reading this article. This is for entertainment purposes only. Trump has said that within 2 seconds of taking office that he would fire Jack Smith, the special counsel who has been prosecuting 2 federal cases against him. Smith is already evaluating how to wind down the cases because of long-standing Justice Department policy that says sitting presidents cannot be prosecuted. Smith charged Trump last year with plotting to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election and illegally hoarding classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. See, I don't even remember any of that. I remember people stealing voter boxes. I remember that it was reported that deceased people were even allegedly voting for Joe Biden. And this is all allegedly, you know. This is all for entertainment purposes. Trump cannot pardon himself when it comes to his state conviction in New York in a hush money case, but he could seek to leverage his status as president-elect in an effort to set aside or expunge his felony conviction and stay off a potential prison sentence. A case in Georgia where Trump was charged with election interference will likely be the only criminal case left standing. It would probably be put on hold until at least 2029 at the end of his presidential term. The Georgia prosecutor on the case just won re-election. And that's all of the article. I don't know. I'm not really too sure about it. What do you guys think? The viewer mayors out there, what do you think? Remember, always try to keep an open mind. You may learn something new you didn't know. But personally, what I do know is that I trust my eyes and my ears and my heart and my brain. And one thing is for sure, we do live in a world of powerful people constantly trying to gaslight you and me and us into thinking we're crazy. I gotta be honest. Just like the song by Avenged Sevenfold, I'm not insane. And I'm not crazy. Let me know down below what you think, viewer mayors. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And hey, we wrestled it. Win, lose, or draw. The match is over. Ding! Ding!